Hey everyone, welcome back to Get Ready with me, Louise. So I'm excited. We're going on to number 6 of the Pat Mcgrath Motherships, and I can't lie. This is definitely one of my faves right here. It's just so pretty. And like, it's got just the right amount for me of having the neutral type look, but yet the pops you need, every now and then. So like if this was the only palette I had, I'd be okay with it. But I'm not letting the rest of them go either. But anyway, you know what I mean. But like, this palette's just everything to me, really. I mean, obviously it's not like the complete what others would consider everyday colors. That would be your like Divine Rose 1. But as far as like having your everyday colors plus that little pop and stuff, like I said, I think it's great. And I just love this palette. I know that a lot of people don't rave about it that highly or talk about it that much, but it really is one of the good ones. Let me go ahead and start. That way you can see. So, we're going to go in with Taboo first. And for me, this is a perfect beginning shade. Like for my skin tone, and like it's a perfect crease shade or transition shade, whatever you want to call it. Even for like a blending shade, it's perfect. Like, it's just so pretty. Do you see how like it's just dark enough, you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, this is the eye look we're going to create on this side. This can definitely be built up to a very, like a darker brown. But it doesn't have to be, you know what I mean? So depending, on your skin tone, what you want to do. And I find that with her palettes, like any skin tone can really use it. You can build it if you're the darkest of dark, or just barely touch it if you're the lightest of the lightest, And I think that's amazing, because that means anybody and everybody can use it no matter what palette you choose. There may be a learning curve to it, but you can still use it. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like a waste of money, so to say. But look, it's just such a pretty color. And there's 3 mattes in here. And for me, these mattes are everything. They are my kind of mattes. Literally, they start from this and go darker to the darkest. So like the mattes are just everything in this palette, depending on how dark you want to create that outer corner. Today I didn't go too dark. I just went with the second darkest shade in here for the matte. I didn't even tap into the darkest shade, to be honest. And it's like a it's not black. It's like it's like a gray, a charcoal brown almost is what it looks like. Because see, I feel like I definitely see the charcoal, obviously. You know what I'm not flipping you all off either. Sorry. Let me get that off. My bad. It doesn't want to come off, but that's okay. We're good. But like, I don't know. Like, I just find this palette is just perfect. And today, like, I was actually going to do just a neutral kind of look today, but then I decided, well, I'm going to throw this top on. And this top has got, like, all different colors in it, which kind of match this palette, too. So, I get to play with the colors a little, too. Not just the neutral shades. But like these mats go with any direction you want to go with it too. You want to go green, the mats go with green. You want to go more of the purple, the mats go with purple. You want to go more of a like an antique, perfect. You want to go more of like a fiery, like an orange, perfect. Like no matter how you go, these mats just go. And I love that for me. Like I love this color story. I really do. Now, this is probably more warm than, well, it is more warm than cool tone, obviously. But it's more, it's like a neutral, though. I don't know how to really describe it. I don't think I'm describing it right. It is warm, but not like warm. You know what I mean? It's more of like a neutral warm. And I like that about it a lot. As you can tell, I'm gushing over it. And you're probably thinking, man, if she's gushing over this one this much and the other 5, she didn't really gush over them. This must be like top 3 probably. You'd be correct. You would be so correct. I will say it is going to be very hard to rank these, especially the top ones, because I feel like depending on what day of the week it is and what I'm wearing, it could definitely change. And then I started thinking also, if I do this, all the motherships, that should take me into May. And then, honest to goodness, if I don't buy anything, I may be able to get through all the 6-pan palettes. Maybe some of the 4-pans for the month. But I think it's going to take 2 months still. And that's crazy to me to think that in order to do this ranking and show you how each palette performs, that it's going to take about 2.5 months in just one brand's eyeshadow palettes. And that's also crazy to think, why would I ever buy more palettes? Because there's something wrong with me, that's why. Look, I acknowledge it. I admit it. I have a problem. I know. But it is what it is. I'm not changing this problem right now. At some point, maybe. Right now, no. You know what else I think I done? I don't think I told you what shade this was. Getting ahead of myself, see? Alright. I am having a little bit of problem here, but it's not the shadow's fault, to be honest with you. It's my eyelids. I think they're dry. Or maybe it's the primer. That I never had an issue with this primer before. I don't know, something's going on. Okay, so the first shade I went to was Taboo, like I said. The second shade is Vermilion Venom. And I really like this shade a lot. I really, really do. Okay, we're going to finish building that up in just 1 second. But let me go back. That way I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find all these brushes, okay? I'm going to go back into Taboo. And we're going to run it on the lower lash line. And I am using my Refer brushes for now. I do grab a couple of different brushes, but for the most part, as always, using my Refer. And I do feel like natural hair brushes do work better with these shadows. However, you can use other brushes if you'd like. You just may have to maybe work a little harder at it. Okay. And then I'm going to take that next shade, that Vermilion Venom, and I'm going to run it right up on the lash line. Like that. I really do like these brushes too. And of course I purchased everything myself. Okay. And then back in with that first shade. Alright. Okay, now let's continue on to find my brush. Right here. And I think I need to just darken this up just a little bit more. Like, I feel like I got it dark enough, but then I don't know. And that's my issue with everything. My dream one day, you ready for it? So I'm gonna be fast at doing eyeshadow. And I'll be able to do both eyes on film. One day. That's my goal. Will it ever happen? Probably not. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of getting faster as each time I do my makeup, but then I'm sort of not. So, you know, who knows? Okay, this is my favorite. We're going to go into Blitz Violet Orchid. Wait until y'all see this shade. Oh. Well, it's one of my favorites in this palette. Ready? Here we go. I'm not wetting it either, so it's not as vibrant, but oh, it's gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. And then if you could imagine, you gotta imagine it wet and what it can do. If it was wet and then like your dreams will all just come true. But it's beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And this palette really don't get the attention I feel it deserves, to be honest. You know, I still don't think I have this built up dark enough. I really don't. for some reason, I just feel like this side is so much darker. And I don't know why, because I'm doing the exact same thing that I did. Maybe it'll all just come together. Who knows? I guess that's what we're going to have to hope for anyway. Alright, now I am going to use spray because I'm going to go into Blood Moon 003. And I'll be honest with you, this was a pain to pick up with this particular brush, this color. I feel like if you apply it with your finger, you're much, much better off. However, I suck at applying stuff with my finger. And it could just be this brush also causing me problems, because it's not. It's a BH brush. Not that that's a bad thing, because I do like these brushes for the most part. But picking this particular shade up was an issue. And I don't know why. But it kind of was. It took me a while to get it laid down. And the other thing I noticed, and I've never noticed this before, let me know if you all have the same issue, but I'm just using the Morphe spray to spray the brush, right? Everybody does it, from my understanding. I've done it before. Now this is the watermelon one though. And I don't believe I've ever noticed it before though. But it's kind of like burning my eye a little bit. At least that's the way it's feeling. Which means I would have to assume that's what it's doing. If it's feeling that way, you know. And this is a very chunky shade. And you may get fallout, to be honest with you. You may not. But I knew that going into it. So, like, if I did, it was my fault type of thing, you know? But I was okay with that. Alright. I kind of got it where I want it. But I also kind of really want to build that up more. But I don't think it's going to. Might. I really just want to build it up right in the inner part there. It's going. And again, like I said, this does much better if you use a finger. And I was going to use the artistry one and forgot about it, to be honest. That's on me, completely. Oh shoot. I just about picked up the wrong color. I gotta get this blended in there good. There we go. Looks good that way. And then what I did was, because I really wanted it to, hold on here, let's see. If you hear arguing, that would be my daughter and granddaughter fighting outside the door. Lovely, huh? Gotta love girls, right? I'm going to go into Astral Solace. I don't know. We're going to pop that on the inner corner though. And this shade is gorgeous too, to be honest with you. These 3 shades here, amazing. It makes it look wet. Like it's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, as you see, like this. There we go. And it just sort of gives it that wet look, especially once it dries here in a minute. And it's just so pretty. Now I'm going to spread the brush and we're going to go into Wicked Envy. And it's like a grungy green shimmer satin shade. Metallic shade, I guess. It picks up nicely on this brush. And I'm running it right across the lower lash line, right up on. Like right up in it. Really pushing it up in there. And it's a really pretty green too. You can't really see it in the look that much. You can sort of though, depending on how the light hits it. But really on its own, that's where the magic's at. And we'll push it on the top lash line a little bit. I'm just gonna line it a little bit. Basically just in the purple part. I'm gonna line it. Alright, and then that's all I did with that. Pick up these brushes here. Oh man, I'm gonna have a lot of washing brushes. I can see this now. I didn't wash my brushes from yesterday, so I'm stuck washing them probably all today, to be honest with you, because I can't go too many days. I don't like it if I can, you know, if I got a lot of brushes dirty, I can't do it. Alright, for top lashes, I'm going in with the Upswing Bite Mascara, sample size. And I was going to use my Pat McGrath again, but I wanted to switch it up. Plus, also, if I used it with every palette, I probably would run out of it. And I have actually really started enjoying that mascara. So I'd like to save it in case I really, like, needed it. Because it's kind of expensive. I don't feel like purchasing it again right now. You know what I mean? With everything else going up, I just can't apparently buy mascara. Actually, I've put a damper on a lot of things, to be honest with you. I'm really watching what I buy at this point. One, because, I mean, I have a large enough collection. I need to go through it, see what I, you know, really like and don't like. And, like, what is good for me and what isn't type of thing, you know? Because there's some things that just isn't for, beginners, you know? So it really, and I'm starting to realize that. But at the same time, if I do like it, like, I want to keep it just in case I do get better at makeup, you know? But if I don't, then, you know, I'm sort of giving myself time frames here. That way I just don't waste product and stuff like that. I think I kind of like this mascara too, but I don't know yet. I'm working on it, trying to figure that one out. Especially because, like, I didn't curl my lashes, but yet it is kind of curling them. Alright. And then for the bottom lashes, of course, the Lancome. Like I said, I did get a teeny bit of fallout, but not much, to be honest. I mean, not as much as I honestly thought I was going to get. Let me say that. Alright. Okay. There we go. You know, I don't know if anybody else has this, but like I swear I wish I had my lower lashes on my top, because I feel like they are so much longer than my top lashes. It's so weird. But this is the final look using the Mcgrath number 6 Midnight Sun Mothership palette. I really hope I got that right. I'm losing track of numbers, to be honest, and the names of them. And again, this is what it looks like. And if you're seriously thinking about a Mothership palette, I honestly think this would be the second to start with. But it possibly could be the first to start with, and here's why. I believe that if you're my skin tone and you like neutral looks, I believe the Divine Rose would be the best, okay? But, if you want to really experiment in her special shades, in the metallic formula, yes, that's in that palette, okay? But, I mean, I don't feel like that it's as big a boom as this. So, but you still want sort of a natural look, but a little bit of pop. Mothership, number 6. Yeah, 6, right? Yeah, Midnight Sun. 7 would be Divine Rose, right? Yeah. So the next palette I'm actually doing is Divine Rose. So you'll see the difference between the two and why one would be better than the other. For me, if I'm looking at an everyday look, it's this one. Because I can get everyday and the, whatever. But if I didn't like color and I literally just liked everyday, it would be Divine Rose 1. I won't lie. But that is all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you a little bit to decide. And I know many people don't talk about Midnight Sun. I love it. I mean, I really love it. I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do. And I mean, I love all of them, but again, I'm also being realistic in knowing that they're $125 a pop. So How many, most normal people that aren't crazy like myself, aren't going to buy every single Mothership unless you started from the beginning and you're just purchasing them as she launches them. If you're just starting out and you're like, which one would be best? I really don't think you would go wrong with 6 or 7, but I would go for 6. Just saying. But that's all I got for you today. I'll see you tomorrow with the Mothership 7 Divine Rose. And until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.